Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about Deadpool, and I'm going to try to make a comprehensive guide for him with what I've seen today, and talk about his kit and see how he's going to fit in the game. In the background, I'm just going to have some high level gameplay, just some Eternity gameplay from my other day on stream. Besides that, I'm looking forward to Deadpool because of what he does. He is going to be an interesting character in terms of he does everything. He's a mixture of every character. So I'm gonna have to talk to him in terms of like I'm gonna have to go through each role directly when talking about him. Because when thinking about it, he is a character that is gonna be very strong, like insanely strong when it comes to versatility. And those flex players out there, I know you're all gonna love this character. Like, me as a flex player, I'm 100% gonna look forward to this character. And I hope you guys do as well. So, I hope... So, first, let's talk, if you guys like the video, please let me know. If you guys could like, comment, and sub, that'd be awesome. I will get everything, I'm gonna try to get everything Deadpool out as fast as possible for you guys, so you guys can enjoy the content, and I really would like to know your guys' feedback on it. So let's start with duelist form, which is the first form I want to talk about for Deadpool, and tell you how I think that's gonna play. Because from what I've seen is with him, the main upgrade you're after with the duelist form of Deadpool is you want that pistol upgrade. You want that 3-tap possibility at range, so you can play safe as the character and not just get murdered immediately. But then after you get that, you want to upgrade and push yourself to more of a towards more of a damage-oriented build. You want to go for more of your swords. You want to go for your combos, especially if they're running like dive heavy, like this oriented type of tank. You want to do something like that, which would work really well. Is playing for your swords if they're playing melees, playing range if they're playing like Hella Namor, playing to your ranged aspect like your guns would be great idea over playing your swords, which is really interesting because of his upgrade ability. Him being able to upgrade with his upgrade certain weapons, certain aspects of his kit, especially for each role, will be really interesting. So with the duelist role, the pistols if you're against range, the swords if you're against melee, if you're against heavy melee and you're gonna be using the swords a lot, get that. Or if you're diving a lot more, use the swords, nothing else. If you're diving a lot, the swords will be perfect for you. The pistols are much better for range poke. If you're against Hella, if you're getting poked out, that'll be really good. When it comes to his shift, switching between back and forth is going to be really important later in the game when you have almost all of your upgrades and you're getting really strong. Okay? So, like, you're going to upgrade, like, you get a kill, you take a selfie, you get an upgrade point, you upgrade the first thing you've been using most of the game, perfect. You keep using it, you get an next upgrade, and he's just gonna keep snowballing out of control if he gets allowed to. The most unique mechanic I've seen so far, besides like most of his kit, the thing I'm really looking forward to playing a lot and playing around with, is his bunny hop ability. His double jump, bouncing off people's heads and being able to build your ultimate fast because you build your style gauge. It's like a style gauge from Devil May Cry, which I really like. So you can build that style gauge up really quick by bouncing off people's heads. So you just keep bouncing off people's heads, building that style gauge, and then you end up ulting super early, and people can't do anything about it because of how fast you ulted. So I'm looking forward to playing that, especially with the swords. You can combo with the swords with like your right click, and you can dash around and you can combo it, and that'll be super fun to combo. Like you're dashing, bouncing, because every time you hit your right click, you can dash again up to 3 times. So you're gonna dash, bunny hop, dash, bunny hop, dash, bunny hop, get a ton of style, get your ult super quickly, and then use it. It's gonna be very interesting. Otherwise, with pistols, so the headshot, the right click with the pistols, will be really interesting when you get it upgraded. Because when you get it upgraded, it's gonna do damage. Like you're gonna throw 3 of them out, and it's gonna AoE the whole backline. So you can throw that out and poke and AoE the whole backline, and they're just in trouble. There's nothing they can do. It's gonna be super interesting to watch how that works. His passive. After looking at his passive, the way I think you're gonna want to use his passive is you're gonna want to just live. Like, he's gonna be borderline unkillable with that passive, so I would not be worried about like dying to stupid stuff, because it seems like it's gonna heal a lot, especially as support Deadpool. Support Deadpool is gonna be horrifying because it's gonna be unkillable because of that. It's gonna be horrifying. So, his team. So with his team up, he's an anchor. He gets the damage buff. 5% damage is always nice on a support. I'm looking forward to that. He'll get 5% damage buff as a support. I mean, as a DPS. So he's gonna just do more damage. Perfect. So with the katanas, the combo I think it's gonna be is you're going to, if you're prioritizing katanas, I think you're going to be hitting them with your left click a couple times, and then you're gonna switch. Then you're going to bounce. So you're gonna right click, you're gonna dash it, bounce on their head, and then do a triple bounce on their head while hitting them, which is gonna build your style gauge really quickly and give you your ultimate on katanas, which is what looks like almost like it's a lot of damage that he can pump out when he gets that fully stacked up. So that's what you're going to be looking to do. For pistols, ults, Star-Lord, Punisher, these fast fire rate characters that just fire a ton of shots a lot and they're missing, that can't have pinpoint accuracy. You don't want to use it on like a Hela. You want to use it on the Star-Lord, the Punisher, the what could you say? Like the Ultron, these characters that are just spamming bullets downrange as much as they can. Emma, maybe if you're like soloing her, that would be good. But like if they're missing a lot of shots, you want to put it on them. That'll murder them. Besides that, that's what you would use that version of the ult for. The sword version of the ult is going to be more of a combo. Like you're in the mix with your swords and you just want to pop in and get more damage out, heal more, do this, do that, more movement speed, more attack speed, just keep doing more damage. So that's how I think he's going to play for DPS. He's going to be a very interesting poke hybrid where I think he's going to be a better type of blade without the healing. He's going to be more damage and just more rewarding to play because of that. For the tank version of him, I think he's going to be a off tank. I think he's going to play very much like your Hulks, your Rogues, your Thor. These characters these tanks that just do more damage than anything. They're not really a tank. They don't have like the defensive abilities, because all I've seen for defensive abilities from him is the bubble he has on his right click, which is, don't get me wrong, that is a really good ability to bubble and right click and save yourself. But it's not enough. Like, it's not like a Mag or a Strange shield. Like, Mag has so much survivability. Emma has so much survivability. Strange has so much survivability because of the built in their kit, these shields. So that's what's gonna be interesting to see when it comes to that. Otherwise with tank Deadpool, I think you're gonna see mostly that. You're gonna see him use his bubble to block small chunks of damage, save a support here, do this. It's not really the best support ability, tank ability like Mag has with his bubble or anything. So that's gonna be interesting. Again, he has pretty much the same exact abilities. It's really interesting to see. They're trying to keep him pretty similar to what he is, just as normal. So they're keeping all his abilities pretty normal, which is very interesting. His E, I know they're changing it to be an AoE shield on his team instead of an AoE damage bubble. AoE damage that it is for duelists. It's an AoE shield, and on supports it's an AoE heal. So it's still gonna do the same thing and mess with their visuals, which is gonna be really funny to see. To be honest, it's gonna be funny to see that mess with visuals and do all that to them, and see how people react not being able to see their abilities. But with this shield, it can get insane, because if you think about it, it could be like mass shielding to a team. It can make them much more survivable and harder to kill, which is just super nice, considering like he's lacking tank in other places. He doesn't have a shield. He doesn't have a massive health bar. He doesn't have all this survivability. He doesn't have shields like Emma does, or any of this stuff like Emma does to survive all this stuff, or Strange or Mag. So he's going to be making up for that by shielding his team and himself while hitting people in the face with his swords. So for upgrading tank, you're going to be looking for katana upgrades more than pistol upgrades. I know his pistol does a lot of damage in tank too, which is surprising to see. They're making him a really high damage tank, which again confirms my feeling that he's going to be an off tank, just an insane off tank compared to a main tank. Because he's just going to have so much damage resistance and damage. as an off tank. I think running him like that, you're gonna still want to look for your bunny hop combos, like your right click with swords, bunny hop dash, bunny hop dash, bunny hop. You're still gonna want to look for that, so you can keep so you can keep dashing and getting more and more damage off on them, which will be really huge. Besides that, you want as tank, you don't really want to do anything else for tank Deadpool. You just want to sit in the front line, be an annoying off tank. Think of it like you're playing Rogue or you're playing Hulk or Thor. Just you're there to do damage and disrupt the enemy team more than tank damage. So it's gonna be really interesting to see how that plays out. For support Deadpool is what I think is gonna be by far his strongest version, because I'm looking at him like he's a mini Brig from Overwatch when Brig released, because he has the mass AoE healing that Brig did at close quarters because of his swords. And if he ults his swords, he's going to be healing even more because he'll be attacking faster. And the faster he's attacking, he's just gonna start murdering people, because he's gonna be doing damage. Like, he doesn't do as much damage, which is good to see. Like, he's not gonna be one-shotting everyone, which is good. But he's going to be doing so much actual damage with his left clicks on his sword while healing that his team's just going to be able to do everything, and he's going to be healing them to full. And then he's also got the heal AoE on his E, with his ult being with his sword ult, instead of being a mass damage and attack speed amp or a tank amp, it's just a mass healing bubble. So think of it like he's going to just be healing everyone to full, and he's just going to do massive amounts of damage. It's going to be very interesting to see how that works. So, with that, I think the next thing that is going to be balanced on him is going to be, since he'll be strong with that, the support is by far his best role, because supports are by far the strongest role in Rivals. Even with this new pack, they're still going to be by far the best tank, by far the best role in Rivals. So I'm, like, interested to see how it goes. With him being a support, I think besides him being an insane support, I think he'll be borderline unkillable if he plays with this team correctly, because he'll fit really well in the triple support as a frontline support, because he doesn't have to sit back and heal. He can be up in front, stabbing consistently and healing. So I'm looking forward to that. Besides that, I think that sums it up. His ultimate with the AoE heal. The pistol, you probably won't ever use it as a support, because you'll be using your sword ult mostly for the AoE heal. It's this in tank. The pistol you can use when you're like soloing out of DPS or something. It's not. I think the sword ult is the best version of his ult, because it just has more versatility than the pistol. The pistol is really good at singling out somebody and killing them. But with that said, I think he is one of the most unique, by far the most unique character I've seen in them released so far. He's gonna be a lot of fun to play. I'm really looking forward to it. I think with all of the abilities he has, they all stay the same. They're all similar. The only things that change on him when you switch roles is the E on his sword, on his gun. The E on his gun changes, and it's the right click on his gun. So the right click on his gun changes, and the right click and E. The right click and E change on all three rolls. So you're gonna want to play accordingly to that, because you want to use your right. So say you're playing DPS, you want to use your E and right click as more of a damage initiation. When as a tank, you want to use it more as a gap closer, finish off maybe a straggler, and then as a support, you want to use it for that burst healing on your team and keep them healthy. But the B hop is going to be the most important tech, because that is going to give you your style gauge the fastest you can get it. So you're going to want to sit there and bounce on people's heads while comboing with your swords, with your sword multi-dash strike. You just keep comboing like that, and bang, bang, bang. Eventually, you're just going to be fully charged. And you're just going to be able to dump ults out like left and right. So that's going to be really interesting to see how it works. But I think that's it for how I think he's going to play and how I think everyone's going to play him. Is he's going to play like that. If you guys, that'll be it for today. If you guys could like, comment, and sub, and let me know. And I will be streaming Friday. I will be streaming most of the day playing Deadpool and getting content for you guys. So if you guys would like to stop by, that'd be awesome. I stream live on Twitch at Keto Was Taken. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I would thank you for coming and listening to my ideas on how I think Deadpool's gonna play. All right, bye.